Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Crafty Challenge. So today we're going to be working with Photoshop, and we're going to have a quick lesson on how to change image colors. All right, let's go ahead and go to Photoshop. So we're going to change the image colors. Okay, so we're just going to open up something and just change the color of it. Let's go with this blue. And I always try to change all of my colors at one time. So I'm going to select everyone that is wearing blue. So that way I can change all of the colors all at one time. Oh, I take that back. We're going to start off with one first. So we're going to open it up. Open up that one image, and then I'm going to drag the remainder of the images in. All right, and you'll notice that when we start with this, you can change it, the colors. You can change the colors up so much. Okay, so we're just going to go ahead and pull all these colors in. Okay. Okay, so we have all the colors pulled in, and here's my layers that show, that show like all of my images down here. So I have all of them in there. So what we're going to do is we're just going to highlight all of them, and then we're going to go up to layers, and we're going to go to new adjustment layers, and then we're going to go to hues and saturation. So this is your hues and saturation. On your color, you want to basically select the closest color to what you're working with. I'm working with blue, so I'm going to hit blue, and it's going to bring up my properties right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go right here to the master, and I'm going to change master to blue. And then I'm going to use the eyedropper tool. I'm going to select that, and I'm going to select the color within the image that I want to change. So after I do that, I want to look right here on the color chart line, and I want to make sure that my color is as close to the color that I'm looking for. So I want it all to stay within the blue spectrum. So I'm going to go ahead and close it down a little bit more. So once I do that, you'll notice that once I start to changing the hues here, the colors start to change. You see how it's just changing just the color that I want, which is the blue. And I'm going from one color to the next. Now, if you're looking for a particular color, you can just change it around the way you want. So I kind of like that. So you can change the saturation. Saturation also changes the color. You see we've gone to gray. And then there's, which looks like, now this, you see this right here, this is what you want to prevent from happening. So you want to make sure that you change the hues into an area that doesn't give you the distorted colors. Okay. And so everything that you do, you can change out. As you see, I've made that white. If I keep going, she comes in with a gray dress. And I actually like both of these. I like the white, so I'm going to keep the white. So this is what I do. After I change my colors, and I do this for all of my images because I never know which image I'm going to use, but I want to be able to make sure that I have a whole collection of that one image. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to go through and I'm going to save each and every last one of these to the colors that I actually want. Okay. All right. So I'm just going to go in and I'm going to save mine to that actual collection. And it takes time to be able to do that. So just be patient with yourself. I'm going to speed up the video so that way I can get this done. All right, so I've gone ahead and I've saved all of mine. So as you can see, let's go ahead and increase. So now you see I've changed my image, and so now I have girls with white dresses and a white stroller as well. So I also liked another color. I like this color as well. This more neutral, nude, caramel, well, more like tan color. I like that. So just notice how the numbers right here are changing, and that is what is actually giving your image color. So I like this as well. And then I also liked the gray that I had. So I'm going to go ahead and take a little time and I'm going to save these two colors as well. All right, so again, as you change your colors up here, all the other colors start to change right along with it. As you see the color that you like. If you want to change the saturation on it, remember, you don't want it too bright because you want to be able to keep all of the details of the outfit. If you want to narrow it down more, that green is really pretty. If you want to narrow it down more, then you just keep on sliding your color chart so that way it zones in on more of that particular color. And as you can see, we're now in more of the more of another range of colors. That purple is really nice. So it just really all depends on what you're looking for. And the color that you actually start out with determines, you know, what color ranges you can get to. And we're back in the white. So I'll show you what I mean. So I'm going to take, okay, let's try taking the red dress. I'm just doing this as an example. Okay. Actually, I'm going to not do that. I'm going to just open it up. I'm going to open up a new one. Okay. Now, since I'm doing it, I'm going to go ahead and, okay, let's try yellow instead of the red. Let's see what we get with yellow. I want to just make sure that I have all of my yellows. Alright. So I'm going to bring in the yellows. Before I do that, I'm going to go ahead and save. I like to save my collections when I start to make the changes of the colors. I like to keep those. And I name them so that way I know what color I started out with. Just in case I want to go back and do some more changes or look within that range of colors that I might actually like some other colors. I like to keep those. Okay, so again, we're going to do this one with yellow. And once again, you want to make sure that you have highlighted all of them. You want to go to layer. Okay, so once again, layer, new adjustment layer, and hues and saturation. I'm going to go with yellow for the color. I'm going to click OK. I'm going to go right here to masters. I'm going to select yellow, but to pinpoint the actual color that I'm looking for, so it can pick it up, I'm going to hit the eyedropper tool, and then I'm going to click on the color so that way it will pinpoint more accurate color as far as what the colors are. It's picking up those colors in the color line. Okay, so because I want to stay more of the yellow, and because she's a chocolate lady, I'm going to come away from the reds because her brown complexion has some red colors in it. So I'm going to slide further over from the red and the orange and try to go more toward the yellow so that way it picks it up. And I don't really need anything with green. So I'm going to go ahead and get as close as I can to the yellow. All right, so then I'm going to just start changing my hues. And as you can see, that's not looking too pretty. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so I'm not really picking up anything as far as a color that you can actually use with this one. Seems like it. Because as you see, the colors that it's picking up, it's changing the colors, but it's only changing particular colors. Let's see if we try to pull this out some more, see what happens. My fear with doing that is her complexion is going to change. But you know, that's why you just work around it. And as you can see here, her face has started getting green. Because it's picking up the reds in her face. Okay, so on here, it basically grayed down her complexion. If you can see, she looks more muted, but it's not that bad. It just took away her bright, vibrant. Okay, so you can see what we're saying. Let's try taking it out a little bit more, see what happens. Okay, so it's giving you some colors, but now she looks like the Wicked Witch. So again, you don't want to go too much into the hues. You want to keep it away. As you can see, you can tell here where it's picking up the red tones. So you want to just try to keep it on a regular level. So this one isn't really giving a lot of good colors. So just mess around with it as much as you want until you find something that actually works for you. But I don't like any of those, so I'm gonna close that out. And I'm gonna try one more color with you. Okay, let's go ahead and do the red. Okay, so again, how you do that, to bring it in, File, Open, and then it's going to bring in whatever you look for, whatever file it is that you're looking for. Look for that file, go ahead and click Open, and it will bring the image in. Okay, so for this one, once again, Layer, New Adjustment Layer, Hues and Saturation. Click Red. Over here to Master, you want to click Reds to get a more accurate color. Eyedropper tool, select the color that you're wanting. It's going to pinpoint it down. You want to narrow it down if you want. I'm going to narrow mine down to more of the red versus brown. Okay, so then I can start to change, and as you see, everything within that color is changing to include her lipstick. And we're just going from one to the other. Orange, and we have some additional colors that it changed, darkens it up, lightens it up. And then our lightness, you can make it brown. And all the way back to white. And now it's black. Okay. So even in doing that, let's see, if we start to change, what you see is changing her actual complexion. So I want to take it back from there. Let's go to something else. Okay, so on this one, we actually just changed her lipstick color. So we changed her red dress to purple. So again, there are so many different things that you can actually do with color changing. I hope that you liked this video. If you did, like, subscribe, and don't forget to hit the notification bell to be notified on the next time we have another video. Until then, have a good day.